Okay, so we are back for another episode of Dreaming Reef. So today, right, finally I wanted to do this video, I believe for a very long time already. It's going to be a very short one. I'm just going to share with you guys on the blue base crossback and what is going on behind me. So for you guys have know, right, I've actually placed the blue base crossback in the white tank for its white tank treatment. I've been doing the white tank treatment since I think last year November. So November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, so it's been in the white tank for 6 months already. So the intensive scales of it is pretty significant. You can actually see them. You can actually see him, right? The scales itself has actually grown to a very nice shimmer. So it's been more than 6 months since we had him already. So I was thinking that why not let's put him into a black tank, and it's time to do the blue base on the blue base crossback. Yeah, so for those who know, right, when you tan blue base crossback, right, it's a bit different when you compared to when you tan like a golden crossback or a red arowana. So like for a golden arowana, right, if it's a full gold arowana, right, all you gotta do is put it in a very white tank. It will go up, right? And then for reds as well, you put it in a very white tank. You actually do tan the reds out. You put it in a black tank, also works for red arowanas. However, for blue base, right, it's very interesting. Blue base, there's a lot of ways you can you can do it. For me itself, what I did was actually I wanted it to shine first, to cross the back before I bring it to a dark tank to darken up the fish. So I've been doing it for 6 months. Its back is about, I think it's quite high up at its 6th level already. Still not fully crossed yet, but for his size, I believe it's quite a good potential. However, I never really liked that pale looking color of a blue base. I wanted that very strong dark blue base color. So I wanted to put him into this tank earlier, but however the tank didn't arrive like soon. So I had to wait for the tank. And finally when the tank is here, right, I moved the tank in, did the Oyama, fill up the water, and the tank cracked. Yeah, so the silicone actually just gave way. So I was filling up to like halfway through and the whole thing just pum, and water was just gushing all over the place. So I had to call the shop again, and they did replace me with a new tank, which adds on to a lot more waiting again. So finally the tank is here, the Oyama is done, I fill up the water. The filtration is a overhead kind, so it's a 2-tier overhead kind of filtration with a small bio pellet, the K1 media reactor inside. Yeah, so I've done up the whole tank, cycled the tank, and that's where I moved him from the white tank below to the black tank on top. So this is actually my first time unboxing. I wouldn't say it's unboxing, but this is my first time revealing it as well. I put it in here for 2 weeks already. What I did was actually put it in here, right, and then I cover everything up. So many people say that when you cover the whole tank up full black without light, instantly the fish will turn dark. So I give it a try. I put it in here. Occasionally I'll just open up a bit, you know, the trash bag just to see the fish, make sure that it's okay, it's eating. So this is actually my first time lighting the whole tank up and then to see it from here. So it's pretty exciting for me as well. I've not really seen him for quite some time already. So today will be a day that I will unveil this with you guys as well. So before we see the fish, right, let me show you its condition before it went into this tank. So this is when it's still in the white tank. You can see that the whole body is very shimmering and gold already. So this is the final look when it's in the white tank. So now let's take a look when it's in the black tank. So I'm just going to move all of the stones away first, and then I'm going to remove this very nice trash bag over here. Oh, there's water. I'm just going to remove this trash bag for now, and then just to see how it is. So where is my fish? There's another light that I need to turn on, which I can turn on right now. Yeah, so this is how the Asian arowana, the blue base Asian arowana looks like now. So you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it actually got darker. The scales itself it's a lot darker right now. You can actually see that scale pattern in it. Overall, color-wise, it's looking good. Condition is nice. Scaling is nice. Very, very, very active and healthy fish, I would say. So I believe that, well, this is what I always wanted for a blue base. I always wanted that very nice scaling pattern on the fish. So yeah, I would say that this is something that I kind of really liked. And yeah, I moved one of the black diamond rays up from below because this female is actually getting beaten a lot by the other two, especially by the smaller male below. So that's why I thought that, okay, I'll move him here and probably he can recover from here. Yeah, so looking good. You can see that the scales are pretty high up already. It's like straight up to the back. So very, very nice fish. Condition wise, it's looking really good. It has one of a drop eye on one side though. I would say that that happens due to the reason that I tan it a lot, quite intensively below, that caused it to look down. But when I move it here, right, hopefully it'll get better, especially without so much. Like I'm not going to run any side lights for this tank. It's going to be on timer. Most of the time it's going to be a very dark tank because I want that dark blue base to keep growing. It's looking a bit more purplish than blue. I would say that it's looking a bit more purple base than blue base. So yeah, but overall, it's a really nice fish, and it's what I really expected, that I really want from a blue base crossback. So without further ado, right now, let me do the feeding video to show you guys how is it responding to feed. So let's go. Okay, so I've gotten a cup here. You guys can see a cup of shrimp. So I usually feed my arowana here shrimps and the pangasius fillet. So why I try to stay a lot more on the frozen food. I try not to give live food to any of my fish because, you know, all the bacteria or the parasites that is going in live food, right? You never know what's going in. So this is why I always prefer giving frozen. And that's kind of really nice to give frozen though. Like, he do respond very, very well with frozen food. And yeah, hopefully he will take some like straight after we remove this canvas. How do I feed him? So usually I'll just grab a little piece of shrimp and I'll just dump it in there. Whoop, whoop. As usual, you see his appetite is always very, very good. And he's just liking the feed, which kind of makes me worry that I cannot feed the... Oh, yeah, up. See, he doesn't really like fish. He's always more of a shrimp person, a shrimp fish, than a fish. Yeah, he kind of never really likes fish, but however he likes more shrimp. You see, when it goes with shrimp, he will just take the whole thing down. But let's say if I give like the pangasius fillet, right, it's something that he's never really interested in. Oh, he took the pangasius. Will he spit it or not? I don't know. I think he will, but we shall see. And let me give one more piece to the ray below. The ray is actually also very interesting though. Like, he will follow my finger whenever there's food ready. So he kind of know that there's food, you know, wherever my finger goes. So yeah. So usually I'll just feed him maybe about 70% full, and then after that I will not feed him anymore. So I will do the feeding every other day. Especially now he's quite a big fish already. It's not a very small, like previously the smaller Asian arowana size. Now he's actually pretty big. So I don't see a point on me giving him so much food. So usually I just give like 1 or 2 pieces, and that should be all. Okay, so I believe this come to the end of today's video. It's a very, very short one though. It's just I wanted to document this, like what I mentioned earlier, right? The entire Asian arowana video, right? It's really more of a documentation for myself, especially for this guy, just to see how much he has grown. The colors have changed throughout my whole time with him. So I really, really like this guy a lot though. Like, he's like really one of my favorite fish in the whole fish studio over here. Just a little tip that I can give you guys. So if you guys follow the first video right to now, right? If you guys, I've spoken to a couple of experts, and this is what they say. So if you really, really want a very, very, very black blue base, right? They say to find one with a thicker, broader scale pattern. So don't try to find one that is too gold, because usually if you get a very gold blue base, right, they tend to not give you that very nice outer thin gold rings, but they tend to give you like something like this. It's a lot thicker in the scales, which kind of, you can still see the transition. That transition there though. Like you can still see that outer gold, and then inside, right, the blues are actually coming out. So you never know. Maybe give him a while more, maybe a couple more years or a couple more months, he may turn into a darker shade of color. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put him in a black tag, and I'm just going to black tag him all the way, just to pull out as much black as I can. And maybe you never know in the future, right? Once he's darkened enough, I'll probably pull him down to a white tag again, so that his outer gold scales will shine out again. So you never know. Asian arowanas, they are very, very fun to play with. So yeah, if you really want a very dark fish, right, my recommendation, go full black tag. Just black tag all the way, and your blue base will definitely just turn blue. This is one of the best recommendations. Just go all black. Yeah, but if you want to be able to cross the back, to be able to shine the shine before going into a blue tank, right, it's better to recommend you to go for a white tank first, and then after that subsequently move it into a black tank, which is what I do over here. So it's up to you. I believe there's no right or wrong way in tanning an Asian arowana. Some people like this, some people like that. This is how I like mine to be. And yeah, so I'm just gonna end the video here. If you guys want to see more about him, right, leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next on this guy, because I have really no idea what I want to do with him next. Like, what are the extra videos that I can do with you guys? I'll probably show you the filtration of this tank. Yeah, a couple of other interesting feeding videos, and then probably another video of it 6 months down the road, just to see how much he has changed, how much he has grew. I believe that's all. But if you guys want to see any more Asian arowana videos, right, do leave a comment down below. But yeah, same thing. Like all the videos that we share out for you guys, hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button so I can do a lot more videos for you guys on all the saltwater, freshwater, turtles, so forth and so on stuff. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, like, share it out, and I'll see you guys soon next week.